This is up there with some of the worst things I've ever read.
But both of these guys are really toxic.
What is up with Jenny Han and just writing the most unlikable love interest? Just the drama was so stupid. If you've been on the internet whatsoever over the past year and a half, I bet you recognize the name The Summer I Turned Pretty. This is a very popular Amazon TV series and romance novel series. It has 3 books, and it blew up on TikTok over the past about year to year and a half. Ever since the show came out, it kind of skyrocketed in popularity, and I've seen so much about it, so I decided to read this entire trilogy in a week. So I'm going to be vlogging this whole time, and you guys will be able to see my thoughts. I'll try to keep it light spoilers. Obviously, it's a reading vlog, so there's going to be some plot summaries and stuff, but mainly, I'd say this is a spoiler-free vlog, so if you haven't read them, which I don't know how you haven't read them yet, but if you haven't, don't worry, this is going to be spoiler-free. So I have no preconceived notions going into this other than I watched like 2 episodes of the TV show and just kind of stopped after that. So I'm just going to get started and I will update once I've gotten a decent chunk through. Okay, so I am on page 60 of this book, The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. And it's kind of funny because obviously I already had watched like 2 or 3 episodes of the Prime TV show. So I'm like reading things, like there's the pool scene with Jeremiah and I'm like, yeah, or not Jeremiah, Conrad. The pool scene with Conrad, I'm like, yeah, I remember that. But I'm starting to get to a point where my memories are getting a little bit fadey. I don't know if she's been asked to be a debutante yet, but, yeah, I'm really hoping that I can get to that part soon, so that way it's not like I'm re-watching/reading the same thing. So I'll update you when I get decent far in, but so far I'm liking it. The writing feels very Wattpad-esque, which I don't mind. One of my favorite series of all time is Twilight, so I don't really care if your writing is cheesy. I'm going to update you when I get a little farther, but I'm loving some of the tropes in here, and it's kind of one of those books that you have to embrace the cheesiness of, and you need to be in the mood for it. Like, if I wasn't in the mood for this, I probably wouldn't like it as much as I am, but it's just a fun summer read, and it's really short, so I should get this done within, like, a day or 2. Welcome back. So I have 100 pages left of The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I have a few notes, so I'm going to be sharing those. So this is not a show versus book comparison, but I just wanted to point out the show, because I've already seen 2 episodes, is very different than the book, and it's kind of like how Emily Henry structures her books, where you're seeing, like, some of the past summers that Belly and the crew has had over these past few years, and I like that. I like the way that books like that are structured, where it's these 2 timelines, and you see how everything led up to what the main storyline in this book is. Second, I really liked how they represent younger siblings in this. I'm a younger sibling myself of 2, so I very much related to Belly in a lot of these scenes, and just a lot of these moments kind of hit extra hard for me. And lastly, I hate Taylor. Like, she might be my least favorite character in this entire book. Like, she is one of the most annoying and infuriating people. I hate the, like, really pretty best friend character. Like, that's one of my least favorite tropes. So that's already a little annoying to me, but she thankfully doesn't play a massive part in it, so yeah. Now, I'm gonna finish this book, and yeah, I'm excited to see what I think, and I'm really excited to continue the rest of the series. I low-key hate Conrad. Is that a hot take? Because, like, I feel like everyone loves him, but he's kind of horrible. Belly is such a girl boss, I love it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Belly is going off right now on Conrad. Jeez. Hey guys, pardon how quiet I am talking at the moment. I'll try to make it a bit louder in editing. It is currently 5:30 and my entire family is asleep. So yeah, I finished The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, and I'm so confused, you guys. So I'm gonna do a quick plot summary because I never did that at the beginning. So this book follows Belly, who is a 15 going on 16-year-old girl who goes to this beach house every summer, but this year she wants it to be different because she's always had a crush on this boy named Conrad who's at the beach house. But this year he's kind of grumpy. He's really just like emotionally unavailable, and Jeremiah kind of starts to develop a crush on Belly, and Belly sort of likes him back, and there's this whole really complicated love triangle in this book. But the ending, that is not how I would have written it. So this is going to be a few spoilers for this book, and I'd only recommend watching this if you've actually read the book, because it's going to be kind of confusing. But yeah, skip to this time frame if you're spoiler sensitive. But she ends up with Conrad in this book, which I don't love, if I'm being completely honest. I really liked Jeremiah. I thought Jeremiah was just so kind, and he's like I like the golden retriever trope and like the guys, and I can find emotionally unavailable guys to be nice. Like, for example, one of my favorite series is the Crave series by Tracy Wolff. Like, you can see how many annotations they have, and the main love interest in this book is a very emotionally unavailable guy. So I feel like it can be done right, but the love interest in this book, and it's a love triangle in this book, I thought that the main guy, Conrad, was so unlikable, and like I don't understand why she ended up with him. Like, that's like, I get that she's had a crush on him for years, but he's only treated you horribly since you got here. So, yeah, this book is a 3-star for me. And I knew going into this that I wouldn't love this series. And it's only really a 3-star because the vibes of this book are great. And also, Jenny Han is very talented because it is a real gift to write a page-turner as engaging as this one. So I always wanted to know what happened next. And this is not a comparison of the TV show or the movie, but the TV show is wildly different than this. Like, there's a whole subplot in the TV show that has nothing to do with anything that's happening in this book. Like, there's a subplot in the TV show of her, like, being a debutante and stuff, which did not happen in this book whatsoever. So, yeah. Now I'm excited to read It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han, and everyone says that this book kind of makes them cry. So, yeah, I'm excited because I'm a big fan of sad books. I have a whole video on my channel of me just solely reading sad books. So this is going to be very exciting, and yeah, stick around for my review of this one. This is the one that I predict I'm going to like the most. So yeah, I haven't seen any part of the show, so there's going to be no comparisons to that. Yeah. Girl, where do I even start with this? I'm on page, 250. And this book is bad. It's not, fun bad like the first one was. It's actually, bad. This is up there with some of the worst things I've ever read. So basically, to start off, one thing, there's a very crucial part of this book, and it revolves around a specific character's death. I'm not going to say who, because this is obviously spoiler-free, but there's a certain character in this book that passes away. And Conrad, who I have never liked, since the first scene with him at the pool, I have just hated that man. And this book has only solidified that. I think Conrad is one of the most selfish people ever. I don't care if this person that was so close to you passed away. That doesn't give you the right to treat everyone in your life like garbage. And what makes this even worse isn't the fact that Conrad is treating Belly like garbage. What annoys me is that Belly still keeps crawling back to him and is like, no, I can fix him. Girl, no, you can't. And I just don't like that this book excuses his behavior by being like, oh, he has trauma. I don't care if this person close to you died. That gives you no right to do what you've done in this book. He lied to Jeremiah and Belly, but Belly found out, and Belly agreed with him because she loves him so much not to tell Jeremiah. That's so bad. I thought I hated Taylor before. This book makes her 10 times worse. So, the basic plot summary of this book, I'll just read what's on the back. Hey, quick editor's note. I realized I'm actually pretty horrible at reading things out loud, so we're gonna have an AI do it.
After spending every single summer at Cousins Beach, Belly's life is about to change. Since her brief relationship with Conrad fizzled out this past winter, she'll be staying home for the first time. Her best friend Taylor has lots of plans for them, boat parties, tanning at the pool, and new boys to obsess over. But when Conrad has disappeared, all roads seem to lead back to the beach house. Will Belly spend another summer chasing after Conrad, or will she finally be able to let him go?
Judging just off of that premise, you can see Conrad decides to disappear without telling anyone, and everyone excuses him for it. And they act like every single bad thing that this guy has done isn't his fault, for the sole purpose of the fact that he has trauma. But then I find the same fandoms being mad at Jeremiah for not being able to, get over the fact that Belly doesn't like him back. Girl, his feelings are 10 times more valid than Conrad's will ever be. I genuinely do not think I'll be able to survive the third book in this series. And if she ends up with Conrad, I swear, if she lets down Jeremiah, he literally says he doesn't love her. There is a section in this book where Jeremiah asks him, he's like, do you love Belly? And he says, no, I never have. My camera died, but all I was really gonna say after that was, I'm gonna finish it, so I'll see you then. Okay, no. Conrad does not get to go tell Belly, I still love you, but be with my brother anyway. Girl, this man might be my least favorite love interest in a book ever. I can't handle this. I finished it, if you haven't picked up on that with context clues. This might be one of the worst things I've ever read. I don't understand. Why is this so popular? I genuinely was convinced, when I was thinking about the series, that this would be my favorite in the series. My favorite. And this is, so bad. So, this is the easiest. I don't know what to give it. I'm thinking a 1.5, because there is parts I enjoyed is a stretch. I thought that the beginning was good. I liked seeing the people, but just the drama was so stupid. Ugh. This is maybe a 1.5, 1.25, maybe a 2 if I'm being extra generous. But Yeah, jeez. And girl, that ending where she's like, I'm with Jeremiah, but Conrad's still in the back of my head. Like, no, Belly, you do not say that. Like, I'm just gonna cut the cameras because I could rant about this book for hours and how unbelievably stupid it is. But guess what? I still have one more book left. All I have to do is survive 271 more pages, and I will be free from this torment. Hello, so I have some thoughts. Forgive my hair, I just woke up like an hour ago, and I'm lazy and have just been reading all morning. But I am 9 chapters in. I am 9 chapters into this book. And already the craziest tea and drama has happened. Hey guys, so I thought I'd interject here real quick and say that I want to apologize, but the rest of this video is gonna have spoilers because, dear God, the tea in this book. Don't even get me started. So, the rest of the video does kind of have spoilers, and I just started saying them, and I don't really know why, but yeah, you can skip to whatever time frame I'm putting on the screen right now if you want to just hear my overall thoughts on the series, but this book does take up a fairly large chunk of this video. If you don't care about spoilers, though, then go right ahead and watch the rest of the video. So, this last book ends with Belly getting with Jeremiah, which I was so happy about. I'm like, yeah, leave that trash human being Conrad, but, Jeremiah cheats on her in this book. They go for a spring trip, and Jeremiah hooks up with one of the sorority girls. I'm actually so lost. That is so out of character for him. Like, he's never shown any signs of doing something like that. And then Belly is like super depressed and they like broke up, but no one's ever broken up in these books. So, yeah, I don't know where the story is going for this, but I guess we're gonna have to figure that out. And Belly goes to the Cousins Beach house, and guess who shows up? Good old Conrad Fisher. I can't. This book series is gonna kill me. One pro I have with this book, though, is Taylor is not involved. I'm unreasonably happy that I don't have to deal with her shenanigans during this. So, yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit, and, yeah, we'll see if this gets any better. What? Did he just propose? Oh my god, this is one of the weirdest things I've ever read. What? let me. Okay. How do I know you won't do it again? How will I be able to trust that? He got up. For a second, I thought he was leaving. Then my heart nearly stopped. He got down on one knee right in front of me and very softly said, "Will you marry me?" At first, I wasn't sure if I heard him right, but then I said it again, this time louder. "Marry me." No, you guys. I can't do this. What is up with Jenny Han and just writing the most unlikable love interests? Jeremiah was so sweet in the first few. Like, he would never do that to her. I'm so lost. Oh my god, they're actually married. They actually got married. Tell me this is like a dream. I'm 50% through this sad excuse of a book, and I literally can't. So they are getting married. I thought that was like a joke or like a dream, but no. Jeremiah and Belly are getting married. And I liked Jeremiah, but in this book there's like a like Jackson and Tamlin situation where he just becomes the worst. Like, he cheats on Belly, and then to recover their relationship, he marries her. Like, that doesn't feel very Jeremiah to me, and just all the characters feel different. I know there's like a time jump in this, which it does not clarify how big that time jump is. I'm assuming it's like 2 years, but who knows? But everyone just acts so out of character for them. So every single person besides Conrad and Belly, or besides Jeremiah and Belly, have been telling them, don't get married, you're gonna regret this, stop. But I get they're doing the whole like, but we're in love. But yeah, I mean, honestly, he's better than Conrad, but still not great. And like, I if you would have asked me before, I'd say I'm Team Jeremiah, but both of these guys are really toxic. Like, I don't understand how you can write such unlikable love interests and have a series as popular as this one is. Also, we get Conrad's point of view. Yay! There was a line in this book in Conrad's point of view that literally, like, bro, he said, he was marrying my girl, and I couldn't do anything about it. I just had to watch it happen because he was my brother, because I promised. Girl, Belly doesn't want you. I'm so sorry. I mean, sure, she may think she does, but you are a toxic, trash excuse of a human being. And Jeremiah, though not perfect, is a 10 times better human than you will really ever be. Well, I don't think I'll have the strength to update until the end of it, but if I do, it'll be because something crazy happens. And knowing this series, that's probably what's gonna happen. Okay, so I did finish We'll Always Have Summer, and I have never been more glad that I'm done with a book series. Jeez. Okay, to start off, this one is not my least favorite in the series. That award definitely goes to It's Not Summer Without You. But this one was really weird to me. I found some of the characters to just act so out of character and not like they would really. And, okay, so it ends, they're getting married, right? And everyone's having doubts. Conrad's chasing back after Belly, like, no, I still love you. Like, how many times will this man I don't like that he keeps, like, pulling back from her only for her to chase him again, only for him to, like, give her false hope. I think that's really toxic, and I don't know. So, she ends up calling off the wedding with Jeremiah, and 5 years later gets with Conrad. So, yeah. Honestly, I don't know what to feel. I feel lied to, almost. Like, I feel like I'm reading entirely different books than what everyone says they are. I've never loved Jenny Han. I read To All the Boys, like, I don't know, like 2 years ago, maybe, and I just didn't really like it. Both of the love interests in this book, I loved Jeremiah. In the first 2 books, I thought Jeremiah was by far the best character here, but in this book, he becomes one of the almost as unlikable as Conrad does. And I don't know, it's just something about this series feels off, and like, not, especially this one. This one feels unbelievably just wrong compared to the rest of them, and it almost feels like this was like the ending that this was like kind of an ending, but it was kind of in the middle area. And then they kind of just wrote this for the money, I feel like. And that could be entirely wrong, but that's just the vibes I got from reading this. And, geez, I don't like the ending. But to be fair, I don't like any of these books at all, except I thought the first one was fun. Like, it wasn't great or anything, but it was fun. But then these two just completely ruin this entire series. So, yeah. Now I can at least say I have read the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy by Jenny Han, and I listened to these last two books on audio because I could not, I was struggling. I was struggling to get through these. And the audiobook narrators for all of these books are the actors in the TV show, which I thought was really cool and definitely added a sense of niceness to it. Am I going to watch the TV show? Probably not, but I kind of want to see, like, the differences they made, because obviously I only know this one. I only know, like, the first half of this one because I watched, like, 3 episodes of the show, and it was very different, so, yeah. My ranking of the series, my favorite by far was The Summer I Turned Pretty. I just thought this one was fun. It's definitely vibes, and I'm reading these in fall, which is not really ideal, but, you know, who cares. And this one was probably my favorite. Then we have, We'll Always Have Summer, because there's a point in this book where I just embraced the absolute obnoxiousness of what was happening, and it made it a little bit more enjoyable. Still not good, like 2 stars, but my least favorite was easily It's Not Summer Without You. This is up there with some of the worst things I've ever read. So I do not understand why this series is so popular, but if it's your thing, go ahead. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much for watching this whole thing, and especially watching me suffer through it. I have a few more reading vlogs on my channel if you want to check them out here, but, yeah, I definitely didn't have a good time, I would say, making this video, but, I hope that you enjoyed it, and don't forget to, leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. Love y'all.